#1 fishing port in America, New Bedford, Massachusetts. Welcome to the Paul Santos Live Show. Tonight's guests are singer Tracey, quadriplegic advocate DJ Bishop, and comic B. Lee. Plus Gary, Artie, the PSL Band.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you.
And me. I'm Allison Dyan. Hello, and thank you for watching. And now, the host of our show, Paul Santos.
All right, welcome to the Paul Santos Live Show. We're here at Mikey B's. How's everybody feeling tonight? Wow, excitement in the air galore. Well, you've come to the right place, a place where we highlight the talented, the interesting, and the entertaining from our area. You heard that lineup that Allison said a moment ago. And by the way, hey, Allison, how are you?
I'm great.
All right, looking very good over there. And how about Gary and Artie? How are you guys doing tonight? All right. Well, I got to tell you, I want to say a special hello to those of you who are watching on ABC 6 in Providence. Good Sunday morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
And a special hello to those who are watching on Channel 95 in New Bedford. Hello. And for those who are watching on this Monday Night Live, type something in. Say hello, Allison. Say hello, Gary. Say hello, Artie. Say hello, Paul. Say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, and we'll give a shout out right back to you. All right, let's get caught up in the news if we could. What do you think, Allison?
Yep, let's do it.
Well, let's start out in Rhode Island. You know, this is a crazy, crazy story. A Rhode Island woman has been charged with practicing dentistry without a license. Can you imagine that? You know, they caught her when she screwed up a tooth extraction. She didn't yank it right. You know, she fooled a lot of people. It was terrible, you know. She even had a plaque on the wall. She had plaque in her teeth, too, but she had a plaque on the wall.
Plaque on her tooth. Just one tooth? She had one tooth with plaque on it.
Hey, wait a minute. Plaque on your teeth. That reminds me of one of Artie's exes. Olivia Overbite. I'll tell you, the overbite was a little tricky, but she had molars like you wouldn't believe, I'll tell you.
See, it's not difficult to fake the laughter. It's really not. I mean, see, you're faking
You
it
can,
now.
you know, the thing about these monologues, you can stick in your own joke there, see? You can slide in your own joke, and it's perfectly fine. Well, anyway, while we're still talking about Rhode Island, there's a guy by the name of Matt Harvey of Providence, and he's having a terrific run on the television show Jeopardy! But he did miss one question really badly. They asked him for a phrase describing a woman with a great physique, and he said, who's built more?
We're waiting.
You know Biltmore, the hotel, Biltmore?
Yeah. Let's get on to Final Jeopardy, please.
Can we ask for the True Daily Double, please?
I like to bet it all, and this one of yours.
Well, this Matt Harvey, you know, he asked the star of the show there, Ken Jennings, what happens if I don't come in first place in Jeopardy? He said, well, we'll give you a one-way ticket back to Providence Place.
Oh, that was good.
Now, let's talk about sports. Of course, we all know the big sports story. After 24 years, Bill Belichick leaving the Patriots. How about that, huh? How many people thought it was time for Bill Belichick to leave? Well, they already have a new coach, guy by the name of Gerard Mayo. Well, that's fine. They have a new coach. But I have a bigger question. Who's going to be in charge of putting air in the footballs?
Ooh. I mean, Matthew Ketchup. Sorry.
Hey, wait a minute. I know who they can get to put air in the footballs. One of Allison's friends, Iris the Inflator.
She just divorced the Michelin Man.
I'll tell you, you go out with Iris the Inflator, you're going to inflate sooner rather than later, I tell you.
One can only hope.
Well, anyway, let's talk about the kids. You know, this is getting a little lowbrow here, a little lowbrow. So let's talk about the kids. It's all about the kids, you know. The city of New Bedford and the city of Fall River are going to be receiving money for brand new school buses. Isn't that nice, bright, shiny, yellow school buses for those kids to learn and go to school and reading, writing, and arithmetic? Brand new school buses. Now if we can just get monitors to watch all these brats. These kids, they're tough today. I'll tell you, they're tough. They're tough, these kids. All right, well, let's try something else now. When something's not working, we try something else. How about science? Let's talk about science. Did you, were you good in school in science and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, I minored in physics in college.
Yeah. I know your husband said biology, too. Well, anyway, no, a scientist found a brand new solar system. You know that? Yeah, a whole new solar system with 6 planets and a sun. Wow, we found a sun he didn't know about. Hey, Johnny J, how's that rum and coke going over there?
Yeah, I'll take 2 more.
The more of those you drink, the funnier the monologue is, you know?
And the better looking you get. No, just kidding.
2 a.m. and a rum and coke, I'll tell you right now. You know, Johnny J and I used to go out back in the day, you know that?
How long did you guys date? No, well, I thought you used to go out. Oh, you mean you guys used to go out to clubs and whatnot?
Yeah, we went out to try to look for women, you know, stuff like that, way back, way back.
Yeah, they call them beards.
Beards?
Yeah, so it's when a guy doesn't really want to be with a woman, but he has her on his arm. She acts as a beard. Like, I don't want my parents to know that I'm gay, so we're going to go to the Christmas party, and you're going to act like you're my girlfriend. That's a beard.
What the heck are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you were looking for.
Never mind. Well, anyway, hey, you know what happened on New Year's Eve in the city of New Bedford? Instead of fireworks on New Year's Eve, New Bedford celebrated with a drone show. Anybody see the drone show? Anybody go? Oh, a couple people went to the drone show. How was it? Pretty good? A little different? You know, you had the outline of, fish, and you had the outline of whales and stuff like that. I heard it was really good. I got some good reviews. I did hear, however, that it lasted too long. You know, it droned on and on.
That one worked.
It's better to last too long than not long enough, right? Isn't it true, Allison? Tracey Fonts agrees with me on that one. All right, well, you people that I can see that you're all holding your sides, and you can't breathe. You can't breathe from all the laughter. You're like keeling over and stuff like that. So take a deep breath. Your eyes are wide. Take a deep breath. Get back in your seats, rolling in the aisles, I'm now going to deliver to you the final joke of the night.
Oh, no! See, now that's an applause. That's love.
Hey, did you just turn the crowd mic on now, or was that on the whole time? It was on the whole time? Okay. Just wanted to make sure the microphone was on the whole time. Well, anyway, I got to tell you something. We're going to finish with history. This should be an educational show, too. Just shouldn't be, this low-brow stuff. I want to finish with history. What do you think about that? Nice history lesson? I know you're good in science and everything, but let's talk about history. You know, the first ship in the Boston Tea Party was called the Dartmouth, and it was built in New Bedford. You hear about that? Hey, wait a minute. This reminds me of one of Gary's exes, Nikki Newbeige. She wasn't built in New Bedford. She was from New Bedford, and boy, was she built.
Yeah! That's right. That's it.
All right, is everybody feeling good tonight at Mikey B's? All right. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors. We have a great show tonight. This is just the warm-up. That's what you think you did the warm-up. This is the second warm-up. And we're going to go right into the show, right into the show. We'd like to thank Mikey B's for being one of our sponsors. We'd like to thank J&J Materials. How about a good friend of mine, a fellow attorney, John B.C. Thank you very much for sponsoring the Paul Santos Live Show. One of our great sponsors, Dyan for Laughs, CEO Allison Dyan. There she is.
We love Alice.
You put the little heart up like that. She put the little thing like this, How about Cisco, New Bedford, and our good friend Steve Silverstein? Yes.
Yeah!
Alden Court and our good friend Sharon Jensen.
Sharon, yes!
And last but not least, I'm almost afraid to bring him up here, Now that I give him this 30 seconds, I can't get him off the stage. But anyway, we thank him for the lights, the cameras, and everything else from Bristol County Media. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Caju!
Aaron the Baron Caju!
Paul, you're off the hook tonight. You mentioned Rhode Island in your monologue, and I can't resist the chance to take a jab at Rhode Island. You mentioned the guy from Jeopardy. He's doing really well on Jeopardy, but I just assume that since he's from Rhode Island, he has absolutely no idea how to properly drive a car.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's true. I think that's right. All right, Aaron Caju, thank you very much. All right, we have a great show, as we said before. Tracey Fonts, DJ Bishop, and comedian B. Lee are all on deck. You are watching the Paul Santos live show. We really appreciate you looking in. Thank you very much as we put the spotlight on the talented, the interesting, and the entertaining from our area. We'll be right back, but first, say hello to Gary Langevin, Artie DeMello. It's the PSL Band! We're joined by John Ferrera of J&J Materials out here in Rehoboth, Massachusetts. John, always good to see you.
Thank you. Always good to see you too.
I know you've had great success here in your business. How did you get into this particular business?
I bought this property and decided to open a little retail yard, something small for small contractors. And the J&J came from my two kids, John and Janelle.
How long have you had this business?
So J&J opened in 1993. Nantucket Pavers, 1996. We manufacture and sell patio blocks to Home Depot in 48 states. And turned into a pretty huge operation, as you can see. We got 5 stores, 2 in Rhode Island, 3 in Massachusetts, and we're the largest landscape supplier in southeastern Mass and Rhode Island. We've always got good staff and over 100 employees. And I've got a lot of people that have been with me over 30 years.
How much inventory do you have here?
So J&J has on pretty much at all times between $5 and $6 million worth of pavers, stone, mulch, landscape supplies, masonry supplies, cultured stone for chimneys, anything you need for your home.
You also have trucks coming and going all the time.
Yes, oh yeah, there's trucks picking up aggregates, picking up stone, bark mulch, screen loom. A lot of mason contractors come for their mason sand and their cement. So yeah, it's a busy place. From the bringing in the material to getting it delivered to the home to servicing and selling the customer. It's all very important. If you need landscape supplies, come to J&J.
All right, before we introduce our first guest, one of Gary's favorite reviewers is looking in from London, England, Andrea Ryan. Hey, how about that? Is that Portuguese? I'll tell you, Andrea Ryan, she just loves Gary, I'll tell you. And she understands everything that you're saying. I don't know how. Oh, my goodness. Also looking in tonight is, let's see, Linda Sowersby and Cecil Sassafras looking in from the Villages. Hey, Cecil. He'll be back on the show pretty soon. Okay, we're going to begin with music tonight. This gentleman is a real entertainer with a lot of experience. He's played all along Rhode Island and all around Massachusetts. You're going to understand why. A real entertainer. Would you put your hands together for Mr. Tracey Fonts? Hey.
All right, thank you. If I could reach the stars, pull one down for you, shine it on my heart, so you could see the truth. Then this love I have inside is everything it seems. I will be the sunlight in your universe. You will think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change the world. If I could be a king, even for a day, I'd take you as my queen. I'd have it no other way. And I love this kingdom we have made. Till then I'd be a fool, wishing for the day I can change the world. I will be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change the world. Baby, if I could change the world. That's right, the song's all about being that change you want to see in the world, baby. That's what we're talking about. You can change it, I can change it. We can all make the change. Ooh, and if I could change the world, I will be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change the world, baby, if I could change the world, baby, if I could change the world.
Yeah, Tracey Fonts, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I love that. I love that selection. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us here on the Paul Santos Live Show.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
You know, at the beginning, I meant to mention that we're celebrating Martin Luther King Day, and then when I saw that you were singing that song, that's a perfect song for today, right? In a way.
Absolutely.
But you
totally
didn't actually
applicable.
pick it for that, but it just happened to come out that way. But that is a great song.
It's my kind of my mantra. You know, you want to see a change in the world, so I think you should try to be that change you want to see in the world, and I just think it says it all for me. So I just kind of work it into every show.
Absolutely, 100%. I agree. I agree.
Thank you. Thank you all.
All right, so Tracey Fonts is a busy guy. He's been an entertainer for a long time, and I know that you're involved in a couple of projects, one of which is one of my favorite bands because I've seen them a couple of times, the Disco Dream Band. I mean, that band, oh my God, that band can just bring back the sounds of the 70s and the 80s, and it's so much fun, a real party band.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You know, a 9-piece all live band, you know, 3 horns, rhythm section, me and a female lead. You know, it's kind of a dream, you know what I mean? It's kind of a disco dream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, you know, between a great singer like yourself and a female singer and the horns and the keyboard and the drums, I mean, it all comes together and it really creates that classic sound.
No doubt, you got to, you know, band is it's a group effort, you know what I mean? And we put forth the effort, so it's just good to be able to get the response that we get from the crowds.
How long have you been involved with the Disco Dream Band now?
Just coming up on 2 years right now.
Nice, nice. They keep you busy.
Yeah,
Now you got something else going on, right?
I do. I'm also lead singer for a group out of Cambridge, Massachusetts called the Chicken Slacks.
The Chicken Slacks.
And that's a play on words. It's from Sam Cooke's Twisting the Night Away. And the second line is, he's dancing with the chicken slacks. So people say, chicken slacks? Yeah, poultry pants. You know, so. But anyway, we do classic soul, R&B, funk, stuff from 60s, 70s, And it's just a good time. Again, a live show. I've got 2 horns with them, and I'm doing the main lead as far as vocals.
Now, does that group tend to do more older stuff as compared to the Disco Dream Band?
Yeah. That's more classic soul. You're gonna hear a lot more like Al Green. You'll hear some Otis Redding. You'll hear some Sam Cooke. You'll hear some Temptations, obviously, Spinners, Four Tops, OJs.
Oh, that's all great stuff.
Oh, man, all the good stuff.
We're going to have you come back on the show to get some of these songs out because you only got time for a couple of songs tonight. So,
well, guess what? You let me know when. I'll be glad to do it.
That'd be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. So tell me about your singing career. I know you've had other jobs and things like that. You're just about getting ready to retire from basically what we always like to say, our day job, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm doing something that a lot of people, I think, have found a little bit daring on my part. I'm going to go out early, and I figure I'm going to take my Social Security, and that's going to be my base salary.
Yeah.
And this will be my commissions.
I think that'd be
how I
great.
earn my commission. So I'm hoping that God's going to smile on it and give me the prosperity I need.
All right. then you-
Just to survive. I don't want to be. I've seen the fame and the fortune and all of that. Nah, I just want to be comfortable doing what I do and get a
100%.
chance to share what I do with people. You know what I mean? Thank you all. Thank you all so much.
Now, during the course of your singing career, have you traveled around a lot?
Yeah. Well, with the Chicken Slacks, we have gigs. It's a funny name.
People always chuckle when they hear the Chicken Slack.
Yeah, but we do a lot of weddings throughout New England, nearby New York and New Jersey as well. And then I did a couple of gigs with an outfit out of the Cape that works the islands, Jerry Bennett and the Sultans. So I was able to do some work on the islands, Martha's Vineyard and what's the other one?
Nantucket?
Nantucket, that's the one. That's my favorite because when you come in, you're flying up. It feels like you're flying the plane when it gets ready to land. And it's like, ooh, okay, go ahead, you do it, dude.
You ever see Bill Belichick down there? I don't think he's going to be down there anymore.
No, I didn't get to see Bill. You know, he was always on to the next week. You know, the next.
Yeah, on to
challenge.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, on to Cincinnati. Yes.
Well, what do you got coming up with the future as far as the Disco Dream Band and the Chicken Slats? You got dates coming up and gigs and stuff like that?
Well, we have a Valentine's show
Ooh,
with the
yeah.
Chicken Slacks. That's going to be on Saturday the 10th. That's in Falmouth.
Oh, right around the corner. I forgot. Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
that's on the
Valentine's
10th.
Day's coming.
Yeah.
Artie, you better circle that on the calendar.
Yeah. And I'm also working on a personal project myself, you know, with tracks, and I'm looking to build that to life, you know, either a 4 or 5 piece, so that I can do a lot more stuff local, because I'm from Rhode Island, so I'm trying to build something. And tomorrow night I'll be at the Blue Room in Cranston's Patuxent Village, and I'll be doing some songs there.
What part of Rhode Island are you from?
I'm originally from Providence. I live
Nice.
right now on the Cranston-Warwick line.
Oh, good. Well, we appreciate you taking a ride down to New Bedford to join us tonight. Now,
Appreciate you having me.
you know, when you first said the chicken slats, the only thing I could think of was the chicken dance. You know, that da 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 da. But that's a totally, you don't do that one, right?
No. Like I said, it's a pun. It's a play on words. Yeah.
All right. Well, you got another song ready to go. What's the second song going to be tonight?
I do. I'm going to do something by the Little River Band,
All right. Sounds good.
Reminiscing.
All right. Head on back to
All right.
stage 1. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, put your hands together for Mr. Tracey Funtz.
Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home. We got down to the gate and I was dreaming of the night. Would it turn out right? How to tell you, girl, I wanna build my world around you. Tell you that it's true. I wanna make you understand, I'm talking about a lifetime plan. That's the way it began. began, we were hand in hand, and Miller's band was better than before. We yelled and screamed for more, and the porter too made us dance across the room. It ended all too soon. On the way back home, I promise you'll never be alone. Hurry, don't be late. I can hardly wait. I said to myself when we're home, we'll go dancing in the dark, walking through the park and reminiscing. Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home. We got down to the gate and I was dreaming of the night. Would it turn out right? As the years roll on, each time we hear our baby's song, memories come along. The times with music spinning me, I was reminiscing. Hurry, don't be late. I can hardly wait. I said to myself when we're through, we'll go dancing in the dark, walking through the park and reminiscing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time. Tracey Fawns, outstanding job. Thank you very much. Maybe you come back and sing one more in a little while?
I can do that for you.
All right, Tracey Fawns, we'll be right back with comedy. It's the Paul Santos Live Show. Thanks for looking in. See that guy playing the sexy saxophone? Mr. Sexy himself, Artie DeMello! Gary Langevin and the Paul Santos Live Band, yeah.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
I don't know about you, Allison, but I think that's a real sexy band we got right there, you know?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, the sex appeal, it just jumps off the TV screen, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Very well dressed.
Very well dressed, yeah.
Best dressed band.
Can I get that in writing?
Absolutely.
Are you asking for a contract?
I'll notarize it too. I'll get it
No,
notarized.
that's not gonna happen.
I have a few of those in the bank. Anyway, let's welcome our director of comedy, Allison Dyan.
Hi.
So, Allison, we learned a little something about you tonight, that you got straight A's in biology. Is that right?
Yes. Straight A's. Straight
A
A's in
plus?
biology. A plus plus.
So what's going on?
Well, I went to the doctor
Oh, no,
this
went to the
past week
doctor.
just for my annual checkup.
Okay.
And, I don't mind being weighed, but I really hate it when they check my height. And it turns out I lost 1/4 of an inch.
What?
Yeah, I lost 1/4 of an inch. And I was upset. And the nurse, she was trying to make me feel better. And she used a phrase that I hate. People always say it to make me feel better, I know. But I hate when people say, good things come in small packages. But everything that's come in me has been awful.
Oh, man. Ooh.
My husband loves that joke.
I'm trying to figure out how to spin that one. Spin that out of the bad bet zone, you know what I mean?
Well, you caught me off guard with that one.
Yeah. Oh.
And I was worried about the monologue.
Yeah.
I told you I'd make you look
She's still be
good.
worried about the market.
But I don't really think I'm like a package. I think I'm like a hotel mini bar. Small and you probably can't afford me.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. But I can't be too mad about my height. It doesn't really stop me from much. I know I'm never going to be able to reach the top shelf at a grocery store, but I've always been able to reach my goals, because I set them low.
Yeah.
That helps.
Well, when you said you went to the doctor and you lost 1/4 inch, same thing happened to Casey.
From where?
Yeah, because it was 1/4 inch of his liver, I think. It was 1/4 inch of his liver. Right, Big Daddy?
We're leaving a lot of spaces for people to make their own jokes, you know what I mean?
Right,
Sometimes then I can't get in trouble. I didn't say anything. You made your own joke, you out there with your dirty minds out there. Tracy Fonts is smirking over there. He's making his own
Right?
jokes,
We're not the only ones, Paul. We're not the only ones.
What was I thinking coming on this show? Eh?
Well, anyway, we have a comic that we're going to introduce to you right now. And the funny thing is, I was chatting with him a moment ago, and he's like, hey, unlike you, I don't have that Portuguese teleprompter up there. I have all my notes up there. So, obviously he's a real pro. He's not an amateur, Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the very funny B. Lee.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Allison. Thank you very much, people out there. I am B. Lee. This was a special event. I even got a haircut. Yeah. I once got a haircut before a gig, and a younger comic said to me, B. Lee, you look like you're in your 20s and 40s at the same time. Yeah. Which tracks. I get a lot of weird reactions to the haircut. I had some kid run up to me once, and they were like, hey, you look like Jason Momoa, the Wish.com version. Yeah, your laughter indicates you took it as an insult, but I took it as a compliment, because prior to that, I was known as the Walmart Mark Wahlberg. Which I'm pretty sure is just Donnie Wahlberg. Apparently you agree. But anybody have to watch kids out there? Anybody? No, nobody's trusted with kids. That makes sense. I've seen you guys. I have to from time to time, so I have a babysitting hack for those listening out in the interwebs. Turns out any theme park will watch a kid for an entire day if you just leave them on a ride. Yeah. You might be thinking, what if they get abducted? But if you grab a kid off an active roller coaster, you win. Your kid. Scared to ask this next question, but any of you drive out there, or do you guys all have DUIs? I realized driving recently that people that stop mid-intersection at a four-way intersection are the human equivalent of deer. Like, had you kept going, we'd both be fine. But now I have to find a new bumper and chop up a body. Been losing a lot of weight lately. mostly because I've been going to the gym. Unfortunately, the gym is my drug dealer. It's a little pretentious to call yourself the gym, but can't argue with his results. I've lost a ton of weight. Apparently, you go to the same gym.
I am the gym. No, I'm just kidding.
Anybody ever look your exes up online? Yeah, I did recently, and I found most, if not all, of my exes are doing great on their own. Fans. Which got me to thinking, if you have a photo prior to them modeling, isn't that technically a rookie card? Some of you are looking that up right now, I see. All right, anyways, any carpenters out here? Tradesmen, maybe? Tradesmen, yeah, you might get this one. I was talking to a carpenter the other day. He was telling me about how hard his day was because he had to lay hard wood for 10 hours a day and drill pilot holes. And I said, sir, that does sound like a lot of work, even exhausting. But I don't think they're called that anymore. I don't even think you're supposed to call them stewardesses. All right. My mom likes to blame me for some of her bad decisions. My favorite is my little brother. She said it's because I asked for one for Christmas. That same Christmas, I asked for a drum set. I still haven't seen the drum set. But it got me to thinking. Both babies and drums, both very loud. I think we can agree on this. Okay, maybe not. But I think both babies and drums very loud. But you're never going to have to change a pamper on a drum set. And it won't call the cops if you beat it. And on that note, folks, I'm B. Lee. I be funny. Thank you very much for playing along.
All right, B. Lee. Oh, great stuff. Great stuff, B. Lee.
Thank
Nice
you,
to
Paul.
meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Grab a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
All right, I'll sit all the way up here so I look tall.
You
There
know,
we go.
you
I'm
were-
not as short as Allison, but still not winning any races.
You know, I love this, right? Because you were kidding me about me having notes up on the board there for my monologue.
Yep.
Can you take another sip out of this drink for a second?
Yeah, absolutely. I can take a sip
Wait a
out
minute, wait.
out of my set list. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, see.
Oh,
but
I can try this. I can, you know,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
get some scotch, put my monologue right on here. Gary, look
Sure.
at that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'd rather you steal that than one of my jokes.
No, I don't do that.
But, yeah, no, that's a little trick of the trade, you know, make it look like a coaster, you know, make me look like an alcoholic. It's cool, you know, it all works.
All right, so where are you from?
Originally between North Providence and Cumberland most of my childhood, but I left for Vegas, lived out there for 9 years. Wow. Yeah, then I decided I was going to be a comedian, so I moved back to Rhode Island because apparently I make great life decisions.
What happened in Vegas?
I was selling drugs and beating people up, as I told my girlfriend. But I worked in a pharmacy by day, and I was a bouncer by night, so I wasn't that cool. But I was working at a pharmacy, and a homeless guy grabbed me during the pandemic. Yeah, during the plague, if you will. Turns out it was contagious. Yeah, worst case of homelessness I've had since I was a kid. But when that happened, I decided to move home and become a comic. And I met my lovely girlfriend that I'm still with now, mostly because she doesn't listen to my jokes. But yeah, we've been together for a little while now, and you know I've been doing the comedy thing. She said you can quit your job and do comedy for a year, and I did that. And then I went to go buy rotors, and they said you're funny, you should work here. So now I sell brake pads too.
You haven't been doing the comedy for that long.
Yeah, my year was in November. I celebrated it, but I like to say like I do more per capita. I like to get in as much as possible. You know, I think my first year I did
over 20 hosting spots, and I did over a dozen shows. And I was on Last Comic Standing, the competition over at Mohegan Sun. Made that my first year. I'm going through puberty now, so you can hear that in my voice. You know, I'm a late bloomer. You know, you can tell by the height. But yeah, no, I got a lot done in a little bit of time, you know, and I'm trying to, you know, at least double that this year. But I traveled all over New England, done weekends out in New Hampshire. As I said, you know, I've done Connecticut. So I try to get as much New England in before I try to, you know, move somewhere else to do comedy full time.
Gee, that's great. You know, for somebody that's only been doing it for a year, I mean, you do a fantastic set. Isn't it true? It doesn't sound like he's been doing it a lot longer than that.
Appreciate that,
No,
folks.
really.
Thank you.
I've seen comics that have been doing it longer. It seems like, you know, you're pretty polished.
Yeah, I was always a comic, apparently. I shouldn't have been doing all the other things. Yeah, but got to pay the bills.
What are your plans for the future?
My goals are to move to Austin and do comedy out there full time. I'll probably still need a day job because I'm not that good yet. But yeah, no, I want to do this as a career eventually. You know, not just tell jokes and, you know, find establishments that serve amazing fish and chips, folks. You should definitely
come out to
down
Mikey B's.
Mikey
That's right.
B's.
All right. Well, you know, we really appreciate you coming down. You're a really funny guy. You have a great set.
Appreciate
it's
it,
really,
Paul. Thank
it's
you for
really
having me.
fantastic having you come on. And hopefully our paths will cross again.
I hope so. Thank you for having me again.
Let's hear it one
I'm
more
gonna-
time.
I'm
B.
gonna
Lee.
take my coaster.
All right. Hey, we'll be right back with DJ Bishop. Don't go anywhere. All right, thank you very much, Gary Artie, the PSL Band. Awesome, awesome.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, we got a real special guest. I interviewed him once before on YouTube, and in fact, it's about a 45-minute interview. And it's a really, really terrific interview because it goes into details, the challenges that this young man has and has had and will continue to have. And he's a very, very inspirational person. Would you please put your hands together for Mr. DJ Bishop?
DJ, baby boy, yes, sir.
You know, it's really great that you decided to come down and see a little version of the Tonight Show over here. What do you think so far?
Oh, it's awesome. Thank you. I mean, you know, I don't know if we're going to follow up a singer and a comedian, but I'll do my best.
Well, you have a very inspirational story, and I hate to go back to the beginning, but, you know, you played baseball with my younger son, Andrew, you know, my other son, Dylan, and unfortunately you had a terrible accident, and that changed the future of your life. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, May 29th, 2016, changed the course of my life forever. I suffered a diving, spinal cord injury from a diving accident not too far from my house, and it immediately paralyzed me from the upper chest down. But ever since then, with me growing up being an athlete, you know, I've never given up. And since that day, I even told the doctors, just watch me, because they said, you know, you might never walk again. And, you know, I've carried that, and I've had that in my mind ever since, like, day one. Like, they think this, but you know what? I'm going to prove them wrong. And
There you are. 100%. There you are, baby. There you are.
Well, it's one of those things, hanging out with the guys, jumping into the water, and kind of a fluke accident. And I got to tell you, and I asked you this before, and you answered the question pretty well, so I'm going to ask it again. I know if it were me, I would just keep, like, going, oh, why did I do that? What a mistake. I can't believe this happened. What am I going to do? And, you know, you have to put that behind you and move forward. How did you handle that? How did you get past that?
You know, to be honest with you, I mean, when I woke up from the 2-day coma they put me in after my surgery, I don't know what happened, but like I just thought when they told me that, I literally said, "Watch me." When they said I'll never walk again, and it's just carried on, and like it did hit me at one point when I was actually with both my parents, you know, a couple months out, and I broke down. But after that, I just that the athletic mindset I've always had in my life, it took over, and it's really never really hit me because I mean, people will call me crazy, but I think I'm gonna beat this, and I know I'm gonna walk again.
You are, baby. You are. Yes, sir.
Now, there's a lot of work being done in the medical community when it comes to spinal cord injuries. And because of this, you're working hard in that area, not only to help yourself, but to help other people in the same situation as you. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So now from it's coming up on 8 years in May this year, but last year I mean I really got into really trying to nail down how I can make an impact, and last year we started the Be Strong Foundation in April, and it finally became official 501c3 nonprofit foundation in late August, and we had our first fundraiser in October at the Back Eddy in Westport, and that went very well. We end up hitting our fundraising goal for the end of 2023, but we have big things planned for 2024, and that includes coming up a comedy show April 27th at White's of Westport, and Smokin' Joe Holden will be there as well. So we're setting that up, and then also we have bibs for the Falmouth Road Race that I have competed in for 4 years, and this will be my 5th year. Not through the bibs I will get, but my teammate Ryan Feeney. We will be running again, but there's so much more things that we're still in the process of planning for the summer, and late fall, and we're trying to get this thing going and make it bigger than it's ever have. Once that year, we're not even a year in, and I have big aspirations of what I'm going to do, and I want to inspire so many people. I want to help so many people in my situation because it means so much to me. Because you know why? Because every day I always think, you know what? If I have a hard day, there's always someone that has it worse. And I want to help that person, because I think back to when I was injured and how helpless sometimes I thought, like, am I alone? No, you're not alone in this situation, and I want to help. I want to help those people.
Wonderful thought. Well, I know when we spoke before, one of the things that you talked about was family support. And without the family support, I mean, getting you over the hump, it would be very, very difficult. How about the family support?
I wouldn't be here. I would not be in this situation without my family that's sitting over there right now.
Let's hear it from Mom and Dad over there.
My mom and dad, they're my rocks. I mean, every single day, what they do for me is, I mean, I couldn't explain to you all. I mean, my sister Nicole, my niece Maddie, who's the sunshine of my life, they really mean a lot to me. But not just my immediate, not just them, but my aunts, uncles, cousins. They've all been, the backbone behind me, and then just my friends, and even beyond that, people I don't even know that have supported me through over 7.5 years now, and I am so thankful for that. And that's another reason why I want to help other people, because I've been so thankful, and I know other people don't have that. And yeah, my family has just been so good. I wouldn't be here without today, and then and just everybody else that that maybe I don't know, so much on a personal level that, but have donated and helped me, kept going to therapy and, fight with all the fire that I have. I'm just so thankful.
Gee, what a mindset. What a mindset you have. I got to tell you. I got to tell you, I know you've had obviously this challenge, and we talk a lot. You have a great sense of humor. You're a funny kid. People probably may not see that, but they might see it come through a little bit. But I got to tell you, I'll get up one day and maybe the rotator cuff is hurting a little bit, and maybe my knee is that. And then I'm thinking, if I was DJ Bishop, I'd be saying, "Shut up, Santos! For Christ's sake, shut up with your rotator cuff and your bursitis and your arthritis." You know what I mean? Does that mean you're still human? Do you ever think like these people are complaining? Like, what the hell are you complaining about?
I mean, I'm a pretty lighthearted guy, so, I mean, there's definitely certain situations I come across when people like just don't know like a certain thing about my injury, just will say a certain thing like, yeah, you're gonna walk tomorrow. I'm like, it's still a process, I'm gonna fight hard. Trust me. I know I'm gonna walk again, but tomorrow, hey, maybe, but I'll try. But
all right, before we let you go, this gentleman is a big sports fan, and the Patriots just got rid of Belichick. What do you think is going to happen with the Patriots here with Belichick? Was it finally the right decision, and what are the chances of improving going forward, do you think?
So, yeah. Yeah, I'm one of the biggest Patriots fans around. I was a big Brady fan. I was so hard when they let him go. But I did want Belichick back, not as the GM, as the coach.
Yeah.
But I kind of knew he wasn't going to accept that. So my first one, I saw Vrabel get, let go by Tennessee. I really wanted Vrabel. But, I mean, I guess my third choice would have been Mayo because he's been in with the organization and all that. But it's hard. It's hard to see my childhood go. I mean, that is all I know is Belichick. I mean, I was 5 years old when Belichick got hired. So, I mean, it's going to be hard. I teared up the other day at some videos, of Belichick and just the final, the piece of what I've known of Patriots football.
Hey, you know what? If you want to have fun and you want to have a few laughs, just call up one of your friends that's a Cowboys fan. Oh, you could really have a great time.
Oh, man, I hate the Cowboys.
No wonder you're smiling today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Cowboys are America's team, but in reality, who's won the most Super Bowls? The Patriots.
That's right. That's right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what an inspiration this gentleman is. Let's hear it one more time. We really thank you for coming down. DJ Bishop, thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Paul.
All right back with more of the Paul Santos Live Show. Please don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Tracey Fonts joins me over here at the interview table. Hey, what an inspirational young man over there, DJ Bishop, huh?
Absolutely.
Isn't that nice? We're really happy that he was able to come by. Now, as far as you are somebody that can sing a little bit of everything. Now, you mentioned before that you sing a little bit of Al Green. Well, Al Green has one of my favorite songs that he sang, right? A real classic. You know which one I'm talking about. Do you do that song?
I do. I think I know which one you're
Is that the
talking
one?
about.
I'm so in love with you.
You sing it kind of like Obama. Remember when Obama did it?
Yeah, that's
I'm so in love with you. Yeah, man.
anything you want me to.
He almost made me stop singing. Man. I heard him do it. I was like, oh, this dude can
All
run
right.
a country and sing.
All right, let's hear Tracey do one more. Ladies and gentlemen, the Al Green Classic, Tracey Fonts.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all tonight. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my whole life with you. Let me say that since, baby, since we've been together, I'm loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to. And I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together, loving you when the times are good and bad, happy and sad. Come on. Woo, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, baby, when the times are good and bad, happy and sad. Come on. Why do people break up? How then turn around and make up? I just can't see. 'Cause you never do that to me. Would you, baby? Spin around you is all I see. Is what I wanna do. We ought to stay together, loving you when the times are good, bad, happy, sad. Come on. Let's stay together, loving you ever. All right, thank you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Tracey Fonts. Thank you very much for being on our show.
Thanks for having me, Paul. Thank you guys.
All right, we're going to wind things down tonight. If we have you step that way, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our guests. But before we do that, I want to shout out to Brian Gomes for looking in tonight. Thank you very much. Kim O'Neill with some positive comments. Gerald Perkins looking in from Rhode Island. Thank you very much. Peter Chase from DC TV. Linder Sowersby Reed saying, great job, DJ. We got a lot of positive comments here tonight. Really appreciate it. All right, once again, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank our guests. You just saw him up here. Tracey Fonts. The fantastic comedy of B. Lee. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Inspiration right over here, DJ Bishop. Well-deserved standing ovation. We're right back here next Monday night. We're here pretty much every Monday at Mikey B's. Next week, we have some terrific guests. An outstanding singer, Jacqueline Legender, will be here next week. You're going to love her. We have, let's see, the comedy of Brandon Baddock. I think I said that right. and big-time radio announcer. You're going to know this gentleman. He's got a new project, a new podcast. His name is Phil Paleologus is going to be here. Well, that'll be a lot of fun. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, J&J Materials, Attorney John Seed, Diane for Laughs, Cisco New Bedford, Alden Court, and Bristol County Media. Oh, wait a minute. We didn't have time for Casey. All right, Casey, you'll be on next week. Thank you very much. I'm Paul Santos. Good thing we don't have a camera pointing over there. I'm Paul Santos for the Paul Santos Live Show. Don't forget to laugh. Have a great night, everybody.
What do you think I would give at this moment if you stay and subtract 20 years from my life? I fall down on my knees, kiss the ground that you walk on. If I could just hold you again. I fall down on my knees, kiss the ground that you walk on, baby. If I could just hold you. If I could just hold you. If I could just hold you again. If I could just hold you. If I could just hold you again.